Hey everybody, welcome back to Zach's MRE Review channel. It's been a while since we got a video out here, and many apologies from our end here. Just been pretty hectic life going on. I'm sure y'all understand that. But anyway, so we're back. We got another review here. Hopefully we'll be back on schedule and get more of them pushed out here. That's the goal, at least. We'll see what happens. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start our comeback, or whatever you want to call it, with a vintage ration here. As you can tell by the color of this bag, and even if you can't, this is basically the second generation of the US MRE in these bags. And you can tell it's the second gen, as far as I'm aware now. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But from what I've seen research-wise, this big number here. So, basically the first generation was the brown bag, everything else, this writing, but not these. And that was the complaint, that you had to look here to see what you're eating, and that was kind of difficult. So, they added those big numbers there. So, like with all these early generation ones, there's just the two writings and the two numbers, and that is it. Nothing else on the bag. This is before peelable seals, but they did have, you kind of see there, a bit of a tear notch. Didn't work too. There we go. There. Got a tear notch on the top there. So, anyway, before we get into this, I'm going to stop a second here, and I want to make sure I didn't feed you any bad information. Let me just double check what I told you. We'll be right back. Alright, so after checking with my information here, that is correct. In 1981, the original version of this with just the writing came out. In 1988, they added the large menu numbers. So this is from somewhere between 1988 and 1995 when they switched from the dark. That's the last year. 95 was the last year they used this dark brown. So this is somewhere between 95 and 1988 in age. So, and for that, I just went ahead to our friends at mreinfo.com. Not a sponsor or anything, but just a great resource to have. So anywho, it's enough yakking for me. As you know, I don't like the sound of my own voice, so get her opened up here. Go. It's everything, as you can see there. Trying a different thing with the lighting here too. Let me know what you think. If it's better, worse, no different, let me know. I went from using basically straight white light to using basically red light in my studio lights. So anyway, we got our main course here, which is pork with rice and barbecue sauce. This is probably going to be terrifyingly bad, but you know. And I'm going to, if these numbers are correct, I'm going to guess this is probably from 1992. It would be the 44th day of 1992. I think I'm correct. If that is the date code, let me know if you know for sure. Or maybe I'll find out looking at something else, but that's what that looks like. Yeah. I think it's a 92.
Yeah.
And we got just standard crackers. Nothing fancy. See if I can see anything on here. Yeah, not gonna waste too much time. Got our spoon. I got, ooh, grape jelly. Got grape jelly. We have, now this is one thing I actually kind of do miss from the other thing, from the newer rations, and that's pretty much you always got cocoa beverage powder. There we go. Then we got beverage base powder. Oh, there you go. Orange. Just right up there. We got our accessory packet B. And lastly, our dessert, is applesauce. Check out this accessory pack. Got our chiclet gum. Look at that thing. Oh, look at this. Classic caramel milk caramels. I've never seen these before.
Yeah, me neither.
Now that is cool. That right there. They're a bit firm, but they might actually be edible. We're gonna find out, of course. You know, I'll try anything I could possibly try if I don't think it'll make me sick.
You should leave me and leave alone to display them.
But that's not fun on video. You know what? I'm gonna leave these whole. I'll do this. I'm gonna leave these whole. If anybody wants me to eat them, leave a comment under this video, and if I get enough people saying eat them, I'll make a little supplemental video and I'll eat them. How's that? How's that?
Good.
Got our old school taster's choice. There we go. Coffee. Hopefully it's not moldy. Still loose in the pack. That's a good sign. Got our matches here. Iodized salt. Wetty wipe. What now? Of course, the toilet tissue. Domino sugar. Coffee mate creamer. Now, I don't know. I hope this is okay. It might not be. If this is okay, because I don't personally have any of this stuff laying around the house I can think of off the top of my head. This is okay. I'm gonna take these crackers and beverage cocoa paste, and we're gonna make a dessert, if that's okay. Then, of course, one of my favorite things about these MREs, your little bottle of Tabasco sauce. I remember as a kid getting these rations from the Army Navy store, and I always thought it was really cool that it came with this tiny little bottle of Tabasco sauce. Because the era when I was a child is when these ones were what was in circulation. These rations were in circulation. So I remember eating these brown bag ones.
I do too.
That we'd get from the Army Navy store.
My grandfather was in the military. We used to always get these for my brother and I when we were younger. We used to go to the cabin, our family cabin that he lived at, and he used to get these for us to eat around the campfire out of the cabin. It was pretty fun.
So we'll get this all ready. There's our applesauce. Now notice though, these don't have the FRH yet. I'll check. Look at that package. That's a interesting shade of green. Look at that compared to the other greens. Feels a bit weird. Like it's starting to delam, it looks like. In the middle here. Well, everything's still loose in it. I'm sure it's going to be hideous. Luckily, I don't have to warm this up because I guarantee you this is not edible. I guarantee it. So I'm not going to waste my time heating them up or anything else like that. But alright, we're going to, as usual, we'll take a quick second break here. Get it all set up onto a tray. We'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. As you can see, we got everything laid out onto our tray here as usual. So in keeping with the normal sequence of events that I do in these videos, I'll go ahead and check out the coffee, see if this is in any way, shape, or form usable. We'll see. Actually looks okay. That's surprising. And I did a little more research while I was doing this. And these particular rations that did not have FRHs, these are roughly speaking between 1988 and 1993, I'd say. Because the FRH was developed and then included in the MRE due to feedback that was received from the Gulf War, the troops from the Gulf War. They got this version of the ration, and amongst their complaints was there wasn't any way to really heat it up. Even though they were in a hot environment, I guess, apparently, certain things are just better hot. So that's where the FRH came into play, and this one didn't have one. So we can kind of put, you know, a rough time frame on the production of this. So 92, as I thought it was, would be correct. Then if you even look at our beverage base here, we got 2083 here, which would indicate the 83rd day of 1992. So I think it's safe to say this is from 1992. You can hear little Louie in the background here. He wants to get in on the action. Right, Buster? We'll have to get him back on camera for y'all to see sometime soon here, because from the last time he was on camera to now, he's gotten a little bit bigger, to say the least.
Yeah, he's already 8 months old.
Yep. That looks nice and fine.
What?
The beverage powder. Smells good, looks good. I'm gonna go off on a limb here and say that whoever had this kept it pretty well stored.
Here we go.
And again,
It's done. Make sure it's out done. Can I mix it? So you don't have to, because you're doing the video. You're doing the video?
yeah, oh, I don't. No, I don't want coffee in my Tang. There you go.
The spoon kind of soaks in there.
There we go. While she's doing that one, I'll check out our coffee here. Got paper towel. Try not to make a mess, even though if you're a veteran of watching my videos, you know I always seem to make a mess somehow. There's our milk. Now I'm saving the sugar for that other thing. So this is going to be no sugar coffee. As you know, again, my regular viewers of these videos, you'll know that's just not me, but I want to try this thing out, so I'm going to save it. It actually tastes fine to me, even without the sugar, surprisingly. It's a nice, like, mild roast. Very weak taste, which
I don't know if I should even try
it's almost too weak, even too weak for my taste. But it's not bitter, I'll say that, and that's a good thing. I hate bitter.
I would have preferred it without the milk, you know that.
Well, of course. It's strange, slightly annoying, but
No, just like my coffee black.
Ew, disgusting.
so anyway, while Tiny's over there mixing up the Tang, let's adventure into our main course here and see what waits for us in this. Yeah, I can already tell that's not good, but
Ew.
got a got a nice strong smell to it, that's for sure.
That's
Take a
good.
look, take a look at that. Taya says the Tang is good.
Can you try?
Look at
That's
that.
pretty good. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, and
Let
check
me
that out.
try some. I'm leaving your son out over here.
Here.
Papi wants to try.
So
Papi wants to
It has a
try.
bad aftertaste.
there's our Tang here.
It has like a plastic aftertaste.
And it's old. It's 20 years old. No. Yeah. No, 30. Holy crap. Can't do math. Sorry. 30 years old. Oh my god. I'm old.
I got this spoon.
Yeah, it's only 4 years older than us.
Ooh. Yeah,
Younger than
that
us,
does
I
taste
mean.
weird. Yeah.
4 years
I
younger.
don't recommend drinking that.
I'll go.
That does taste a little funky.
Don't drink it.
What is it?
Yeah, don't drink that.
What is it?
Orange beverage base or Tang.
Nah, I'm good.
That's what it at one point looked like.
Taya, don't.
So
Taya's got that sauce one.
there we go. So that's the
Make sure
what would have been the main course there.
my gaming channel.
Get that off to the side. Tay, what are you doing? Stop. No, you cannot eat
You
that.
can't eat that.
Obviously, weren't listening. You'll get pretty sick if you eat that, I'll be honest. We'll check out our applesauce next. Ooh, man, that tang really did. Oh! Yeah. The tang really did leave a bad taste in my mouth. Look at that. It's completely.
It's brown.
Yeah.
What is it?
Applesauce.
Look, it is brown.
Now, that is clearly bad.
And that's
Well, that's what you would have had as your dessert. Yeah, that was pretty gross. So now, tell you, I'll open up this jelly. I guarantee this is gonna be nasty. But
I don't like jelly. Dad, I don't like jelly.
okay, I'm not telling you to eat
We're
it.
not eating this. This is not an area you can eat, Taya.
There you go. That doesn't look as bad as you would think. But still,
It's
I would
black.
not eat
It's
that.
not even purple.
It's purplish. But anyway, now back to what I was originally going to do. Now, typically, if you're in the field, what I'm going to do here, you would do in the bag. But I have a bowl, so I'm going to use a bowl. So, you break up your crackers. Like I said, back in the olden days, you just leave it in the pack. But first things first, I gotta actually try to see if these crackers are actually good. If they're not, I'm still gonna do it. It just won't be edible. But a little piece here, standard. Color scanner doesn't want to focus. Come on, there it is. I mean, good enough. This is the variable. Luckily, this is non-dairy, so it should be okay. And actually, I don't think so. Yeah, it's I had a smell in it. That's that's a little not good. But let's see if I can still do this. You basically need dairy, and I got my milk here, so I could try to sub a little of that in. So basically, you take your sugar as much as you want. I'll just use it all for this cocoa powder, as long as this is okay too. It smells like old hot cocoa powder. So like I said, I don't know if this is going to be any good, but yeah, that in. As much as you want. Then for your dairy, add a splash of that. Then some water. Because obviously you would have more water than you would anything else. And again, this would be in the package, so obviously it'd be a little better, I think. You kind of just mix it all up. So I wish they had the cocoa powder in the new rations. This way I could do this with things I know is good. Obviously I could just go in my kitchen right now and I have pretty much all the precursor ingredients for this, but that's basically it, and that would basically be your dessert. Because obviously that applesauce isn't really a great dessert. This is the way you made yourself basically like a chocolate almost, like cake-like almost dessert. Because you had your pastry, your chocolate, you got some dairy in there, you got sugar for sweetness. And that's somewhat what you would end up with. Obviously, I put a little too much water in there. I'll say that. It should be a bit thicker than that, or not. I mean, it's really up to the end user what they want or like. Yeah, decent. It would be a lot better, obviously, if everything was fresh. But, because you could taste the old crackerness of it and everything else. But, that was a little trick. That was a little trick they used to do to give themselves a better dessert. And other than that, I mean, we just got our caramels, like I said. Make sure you let me know in the comments if you want me to eat these. Like I said, I'll make a quick little video of me trying them out. If not, they're just gonna go on display. Either way. So that's them. And that's it. And if anyone's interested, hop onto the Facebook page. I have a couple more boxes of random things. You know, and anybody who's bought them before or seen me post them up before, it's basically all kinds of random little bits, like the little things you see me not use here, not open here, and things like that. I save all that. And sometimes I get duplicate rations even. I throw those all together in a box and I sell them off. It's 90% of the cost really is shipping only. And then like only about 10-15% of that is money, is like profit. And then that money goes back into the channel here. Last time I did them, it was to upgrade my lights here, get some better ones. It's also how I keep buying these rations and stuff, because I don't generate money any other way for this channel. It's all an expense for me. It's not really, well, it's not profit bearing. It's more so just a hobby and something I enjoy doing with the family and the kids here. So keep your eye out on there. I have a couple small ones, a couple mediums, and 1 or 2 large boxes. And one of those large boxes I know contain an entire U.S. MCW, a meal cold weather. Brand new, still sealed in the pack. It's still completely edible. It's not like any of this you just saw in this video. It's well within its life. So, it's perfectly edible. So, other than that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And like I said, check out our Facebook page for that if you're interested. And other than that, from all of us here at Zach's MR Review channel, thanks for watching. And stay safe. That's it. So, see you on the next one. Bye.